and welcome. This is going to be a 200 lit dictation video 2 in a series on gaining a leash on life, lessons we can learn from our pets. Okay, and we will begin. It has gotten to the point that whenever I am contemplating taking Bud for a walk, any preparation, such as getting my sneakers or finding his leash, needs to be done secretively. The mere mention of the word walk, or the sight of his leash, throws him into uncontrollable excitement and apparent euphoria. As soon as he sees his leash or sees me putting on my sneakers, Bud starts to jump up and down as if I were offering him a treat. He'll move to the door and then back to me, each time becoming all the more excited. And if I delay too long in getting my shoes on, he will nuzzle me with his nose, which, when accompanied by a bark, signals, "Okay, let's get going." To be quite honest, I don't completely get it. I mean, why all the exuberance? After all, he has a nice backyard, and we take walks pretty regularly. So what's the big deal? I mean, it's only a walk. Well, I guess that is true for me. It is only a walk. It is a walk that I have done many times. It is a walk around a path in the neighborhood that has been well worn by our travels and which offers sights and sounds that I can predict before their arrival. But that's me. Bud, on the other hand, seems to be aware of something that I am missing. For Bud, there is no such thing as only a walk. For that matter, there is no such thing as only a ride or a treat or a visitor or even a game of roughhousing. No, Bud seems to take each of these events and all his other daily experiences as things to be savored. He seems to approach each experience as if it were for the first time. Bud apparently is aware of the prize, the richness, the diamond that each of these only experiences actually has to offer. If you are like me, it has been too long since the simple daily events in your life were viewed as diamonds. The gifts to be unearthed by our daily walks often go undiscovered. For many of us, the beauty and the opportunity that surrounds us each day of our lives has too often gone unnoticed. It is easy to miss these diamonds in our own backyards when our vision is set to only on far off shores. Rushing from one deadline to the next or moving from the completion of one task only to begin again steals us from the moment. This moment in which there are diamonds to be found. What does it take to unearth the specialness of our moments? Nothing so difficult, just simply awareness. While there are many new tools, new ways of viewing our life that we can use to unearth, polish, and enjoy our findings, the first and perhaps the most essential tool is that of simple awareness. Maybe that seems too simple. I mean, after all, aren't we already aware? I am sure you function without banging into things, getting lost, or being unable to identify who you are, where you are, and what you are doing. How much more aware could you or should you be? Hopefully, as you read through this section with its dogmas and Buddhisms, you will be able to answer that question for yourself. But even before you do, just consider how many times you have gone through your day almost mindlessly. Drift through the morning coffee, the paper, and maybe perfunctory conversation with another. Perhaps you have traveled to work on a path so well worn that you often find yourself needing to snap out of it once you've arrived at your destination. Are you really aware? Were you aware of all that is invading your senses? Were you aware of the opportunities, the invitations that were offered? Were you aware of all the options, the subtle choices, the personal values that were operating at any one moment? If you are like me, the answer will most likely be no. And if you are like me, the dogmas found within this section will not only help you to become more aware, but will help you to find the diamonds in your own backyard. Dogma 1, the dogma of your uniqueness. I'm a lean dog, a keen dog, a wild dog, and lone. I'm a rough dog, a tough dog, hunting on my own. I'm a bad dog, a mad dog, teasing silly sheep. I love to sit and bay at the moon to keep fat souls from sleep. Do you think dogs worry about their coats not being as shiny as others? Do you think they feel a bit of shame if their hair is a bit too wild? Do you think that dogs spend their free time worrying about other dogs like them? Of course not. It seems that, unlike our four-footed friends, our own desire to fit in, to be accepted, to keep up with the Joneses, Smiths, or whomever, often takes center stage and, in fact, robs us. Our desires and aspirations to be just like Mike or Mom or the person next door, while fostering our dreams, can rob us from the joy of knowing the uniqueness of ourself. If you have ever observed a lean, swift dog running down the beach along the edge of the water, timing her leap perfectly to grab the falling frisbee, you know what a wondrous sight it is. But even when such leanness or such athleticism is absent, there is wonder to be found in observing your pooch. Sure, the grace of our Frisbee catchers is something to celebrate, but so is watching the somewhat aged, overweight hound roll over in response to his owner's command. The wonder, the beauty of these two experiences rests not so much in the specific achievement displayed, but rather simply in the uniqueness of each dog. The hound, so content with his rollover success, is no less proud of their leaping Frisbee catcher. And for us, the prize, the diamond to be grasped at this moment, is simply in our own awareness of each dog, simply doing his or her own thing and doing it like no other. Okay, that's the end of this video. I will see you in video 3.